It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd. It's the incomparable Roy Jones. Janikbek, that strong amateur background has made him a tough out for any and every fighter he faces.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled.
Not too many seats. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. The straight right just misses. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. The jab doesn't quite connect. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They're elevated, lifted. It's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He takes that jab. Punch caught him clean. Perfect punch. The straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read. Hold it right there. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Talk about Roy Jones. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think they're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. He threw a punch and just got countered. Punch, counter punch. Back and forth they go. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Straight right just misses. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones and now. Let's get it started in round 3. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well done with that counter shot. That jab misses. Well done with that counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice job blocking the hook. Dig into the body. He threw a punch and just got countered. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to thinking. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocketer.
Miss with that jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. When are we going to see a jab from these two? There's a counter shot. Let's talk about Roy Jones and now. There's the bell to start round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Every time they drop their guard, they get cut. Janikbek got clipped good. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. They've avoided catastrophe there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. Let's talk about Roy. On to the 5th we go. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Can't score with that hook again. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Perfect counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Catch and shoot. Down goes Janikbek. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Nice exchange here from both men. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Janikbek in that last round. Boy, this next round is... Here's the bell to start round 6. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour is a heavyweight, but the middleweight, it's the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history books.
And they figure out the combination to this safe.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The stamina is off the charts. Misses with the straight left. That counter shot lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Janikbek that last round.
What you doing?
Here we go. It's round 7. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good counter punching. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. then he's out of there.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Perfect counter lands. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And we enter the 8th round. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Janikbek does not look good here. How are they still standing?
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Janikbek goes to the canvas. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we continue?
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
They got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts. And you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. A pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get unanimous.